Okay, so this is video number 2. Sorry this was so long. There was just a lot of information I wanted to go over in this video, in this section, to make sure that you understood it. So we just finished up determining whether this was a fair game or not. And remember, to find expected value, it's your, like in this case, it was expected winnings times the probability of those expected winnings. And so you add those up. If it's 0, then that means it is a fair game. It is a fair game, or whatever you're doing is fair. So the next example is about insurance rates. And so the insurance company determines the rates based on probability. And this is a true statement. This is how they figure out your premiums. Probabilities are determined by observing data from previous months or years. And then suppose an automobile policy for a $20,000 vehicle costs $200 per month. Okay. So the insurance company estimates a total loss. So total loss means that they would lose $20,000. They would have to give you $20,000. In the next year will occur at a probability of 0.01. So I made a table down here. A total loss means that they would lose $20,000, and the probability of that is 0.01. Now, the insurance company then estimates a 50% loss occurring at 0.10. So 50% of a $20,000 vehicle would be $10,000. So they would lose $10,000 at 0.10. A 25% loss, so 5,000, so 25% of 20,000, so a fourth of 20,000, 5,000, at a 0.15 probability of a loss. Okay. Now, what we don't have and what we're not given that we have to take into account is we still have a 0 loss. Okay, we still have a 0 loss here. So how I find out, that means they won't have to pay out anything. How I find out what that probability is, and I have this wrong over here. This should actually be a 1, and I can't change it. Okay, your probabilities should add up to 1 over here. Okay, make sure to change that in your notes. Your probabilities should add up to 1. I can't do anything with that. Ooh, can I highlight it? 1. Oh, that's a new thing. Okay. So it should add up to 1. Okay, so your 0 loss is 0.74 because this should add up to 1. So to find our total, to find our expected loss, okay, our expected loss, we want to multiply our x value times our probability. So how much money they're going to lose times the probability. And you end up with 1,950. This is the expected value of a loss per year. Expected value of loss per year. Now, the question asks you, find the expected or average yearly profit on this type of policy. Okay, so because this is a positive number, that means you're going to get a profit. Okay, so to find the profit, your expected profit is equal to your premium, how much somebody pays in, minus your loss, how much you'd have to pay out. So your premium it was $200 a month, so in a year, 12 times 200. So you as someone who's getting insurance would pay $2,400 minus the expected loss, which is $1,950, and that means that per policy, they expect to make a profit of $450. Now, think about this. If you go a year paying your insurance premiums and you don't have any claims, that means they just made $2,400 off of you. Okay? But that's the way insurance works. So, again, don't be afraid to do a claim because they're making money there. So, so that ends that. Okay, so a couple of things to make sure of. Let's go back here. So this ends week 2 for us. We only have, again, 9 more class periods left. A quiz, a 9.3 quiz, will be posted in your My Math Lab. And so it will be due tomorrow, Friday, April 3rd by midnight. So make sure you're hopping in and doing that. So if you have any questions, please reach out. We will be finishing up the chapter next week. And let's see, we'll be moving on to chapter 10. So make sure we'll finish up chapter 9 and then move on to chapter 10, which is all about graphing. So different types of graphs. So again, if you have any questions, please reach out. Maybe. Are we still recording? Have a great day.